Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Dum do 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 do. Hmm. You guys there? Oh, looks a little better. We'll drop that. And then now we're here. Okay. Do 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 do. And whoop. Oh no, that's not it. Oh no, here we go. Oh my goodness, I'm back. Hey, how's it, everybody? Yeah, and now I'm trying to find myself on on YouTube here, so in case I have to do any kind of stuff. So hold on. Right? What is that? Live now. Boom. Okay. Where's live? Oh man, come on. There we go. This might be it. Oh, okay. Well, I think it's better, huh? Looks good, yeah? Better, huh? In fact, let me try this. Wow, Brick's here. I just want to show you something else. And I was kind of avoiding trying this, but if I do this, right? Check this out. I don't know that this is the best way to do this, but see how this is what the chat looks like if I were to do it in this window. I made a transparent background so it looks a little different, right? There we go. Ah, yay. Oh, the same shirt. Oh, there we go. But you see what I'm saying? I don't think this is. Yeah, I don't think this looks. You know, it's a little harder to read, don't you think? If there's like on this transparent background, you know, with this background over here, right? Don't you think so? What do you think? Yeah. By the way, while I was rebooting, I ate the rest of my ice cream. I feel small kind guilty. Oh, there we go. Oh, more hard to read. Yeah, I know it is, yeah. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to close this, and then let's try bring Brick in and see how that works. Okay, hold on, you guys. Since it's working good here, let me try bringing in Brick, okay? I got to stop calling him Brick. You know, when you know somebody for a long time, and then you're like, oh, excuse me, Senator Galateria. You know what? I'm going to ask him if you do that. Hold on. Let's see. First, I want to go like this. Get ready so I can spacanize him when he show up. Give him a call. Yeah. I hear it ringing. Come on, Brick, answer. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh,
how do I do this now? Turn on video.
Oh no, okay. That's the wrong one. That's Hubble baby. Yeah, you should be able to. There you go. Boom. Can you see
All
that?
Right.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah,
Did we make it?
Yeah. And then let's see. So let me check my other cameras before we get started. So this is you, right? Okay. So this when I put this shot on, Brick, this is where I can dig my nose and nobody see, right? And then if you like dig your nose, you can do them when this shot is on. And this
okay. Now there's a delay. Is that cool? Is that how we're gonna
cool.
play it?
Yeah. There's a small kind of delay, but that's not what gets broadcast. It's primarily what you're seeing. So. If can, ignore them.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem, Brian. Thanks a lot for this opportunity, man.
Hey, you got it, bro. And you know what? The first question, but and I've told people who you are and what's coming up and stuff. But one of the
Yeah.
things that I was asking myself is, when someone is a state senator, do you call them Senator Brickwood Galuteria after that Senator Galuteria?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you really do. You earn the title for the rest of your life.
Nah, that's mean, bro. So even when you do your show, you don't introduce yourself as Senator Galateria?
No, not anymore. But I mean, well, not ever.
Uh-huh.
But it's really interesting. For the people who understand that, protocol is always there, and it's an honor that is bestowed, and then so I get friends, and they're good friends, and they still call me senator.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that. It's kind of it's a feel good thing. And like I call, as an example, I still call Mufi mayor.
Yeah.
I call all the governors governor.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
So now that you
Are we on yet?
Oh, we've been on, bro. I don't rehearse. I just
Oh.
go. I just go straight on, brother. I've been on since, and what's interesting is I started the show and we were on, and then the video started choking, so I had to log off, log back on, and all the people, most of them came back, right? So we that's how it goes on the internet here. But I wanted to ask you about your show, Kupuna Power. Okay, how's that doing now that we're into a new normal? Uh-oh. Did we lose you?
Kupuna Power's got an interesting story. I know that on this platform it'll be stop and go maybe, or we just continue to continue. Is that how it works, Andy?
Yeah, that's how it goes. I normally don't have a problem, but again, today the thing's been choking and coming back because it depends on the menehunes and all that. So just go forward and we'll play by ear.
Yeah, this happened in like 2012, 2011, 2012. We have my mom, Calabash aunties.
Yeah.
Right. And I come from Cloud Church, so everybody's an auntie and an uncle over there. So my mom was saying, "Hey, go check on auntie. I haven't seen her for a little while." And when I got to her house, a very intelligent woman. She was a teacher for many, many years, and unfortunately, she got caught up in these scams. It's a very predatory environment for Kupuna.
Wow.
When they get caught up in, because Kupuna are basically very trusting, so they give information out that they maybe shouldn't give information out to. And so as a result, getting caught up in these predatory environments, her electricity was off, and so when walking into the house, and auntie had these candles up, and I'm thinking to myself, gee, one of these candles fall down, it's over. Wow. And then I realized that, oh my goodness, it wasn't an exclusive story. This is a story that's happened many, many times to many intelligent Kupuna. And so when I went back to the office at the Capitol, I told the staff, and Marlene Sai was a member of my staff at the time, and I said, Goofy, right? We call her Goofy. We got to do something about this. Let's have a senior resource fair each year. Let's call it Kupuna Power. We'll invite a lot of resources, vendors to the Capitol, have it in the rotunda once a year. We'll do it during a time that is when most of the legislation is either gelling or is falling off the table, and Kupuna be in the House. So we did that. We started doing Kupuna Power Day at the state capitol. That went on for like 6 years. And I really got involved with the senior community. And, in Kaka'ako, where I represented at the time, Kaka'ako, Alamoana, Waikiki, Makali, Mo'ili'ili, there were a lot. This is the urban core. So there are a lot of senior senators, but none in Kaka'ako. So I proceeded to get make sure that we had a resource center. So you know the old pump station right next to the Gold Bond building over there.
Yeah. Well, I shot a show there with you.
That's right, you did.
Yeah.
And so that was the old pump station that everybody drove past all their lives, right? I mean, you probably never knew what was in there all your life. I mean,
I thought it was the dead.
Right. So it was actually the old pump station for the sewer plant and the well that was down below, and this served the greater Honolulu for the sewage. And then when the well went dry and they moved the sewage center down the street, it became pretty much, you can't break down historical buildings. So it sat there as a storage room for Christmas decorations for the city and for the state. And so I told the guys who ran it.
That's not where they put the big Santa, was it?
Huh?
That's not where they put the big Santa that was in front of Honolulu Holly, was it?
I think the head is too big for that room over there.
Too big.
but a lot of decorations. Yeah. So when I said we want this for the seniors because its location is perfect, and then I got some blowback, and they told me, "Hey, listen, Senator, we'll give you your own standalone building further in where the Kakako Gateway Park is." I said, no. You can't have the seniors walking in the dock out from the park. The bus stop is right outside.
Yeah. We
want this. So it took a little bit of time. Took a few years, but Tony Ching, bless his heart, he went to bat. He was the head of the HCDA, which had the regulatory authority for the area. And we ended up, calling it Nakupuna Makamai, thanks to Frank Hewitt. Frank named it for us, and it's been going for the last 4 years.
So is that someone, because I know we were shooting your television show in there, right? Kupuna Power, but is it also now still some place that seniors can go, and what sort of services do they get there?
Well, it started off when we got it in like 2015, 2016. It started off as a regular senior center. Some of the people who had been helping me with Kupuna Power, the Pacific Gateway Center, they weren't involved with senior resource centers before, but they had been so, had so much aloha. I said, listen, you guys are in the senior center business now. And so they ran it, and they ran it not unlike the other senior centers like Lanakila, like Mo'iliili. You got the ukulele class, you got the hula class, you got. And in this particular case, for Nakupuna Makamai, one of our big programs was Hanafuda cards. I mean, brother, you try and get in there and you're whacking the guy, and everybody's getting so active and so engaged, and it was beautiful. And then, of course, you have your regular financial literacy courses and that sort of thing. But it's a great senior center. But with COVID, it's turned into a food distribution outlet for Kupuna.
And what happened with the television show that you're shooting there now? Is that on hold? Are you moving online? What's up with that?
Oh, well, television shows well, brother. Yeah. Wow. So, I mean, you got to sell them, right? You got to sell them. So what we did was, and here's a story. It's a pretty interesting story if you don't mind listening to it a little bit. Right? Our good friend Kata Maduli's daughter, McKenna, right? She does television these days. What's it called? Talk Story?
Yeah. And
she approached me maybe a year and a half ago and asked me, and that's what you really want, is beautiful women calling you uncle. Okay, this is uncle. You want to do Kupuna Power? I'm looking for content because I'm on still a non-compete clause for. She was doing some news in LA. Yeah. So Hawaii News Now had her looking for content. She was looking for. So she approached me, and so I said, yeah, sure. But I just was kind of recharging my batteries, and so, almost a year went by, and I finally said, okay, listen, let's go make 2 pilots. And this was February of this past year, and that's when I called you. And I called Kahoano, Dr. Miang of the Kupuna Power, the Kupuna Center, Andy Bumatai, and John Aheto. Yeah, Census 2020, right? And then you guys came down and did it. And then and when we went to market, as you well know, you got to get out there and you got to sell.
Well, I tell you, Brick, though, the only thing worse than a beautiful woman calling you, uncle, is, when someone calls you up, Andy, you want to be on Kupuna Power?
Yeah.
How's
that one? Is that? I know. I got to say that when we used to do the Kupuna Power resource fairs, I did it with a little bling on it. So you had the resource fair, and then I wanted to make sure that what was on stage, because we're all entertainers, and you helped me out with that too.
Yeah.
So you had like Marlene Sai, and like Nina Kili Iwahamana. You got Jimmy Borges, bless his heart, bless his soul.
Yeah.
You got Danny Kalekini, Totato, right?
Sure.
And so who was in total denial about her Kupuna status was Melvin, right?
Yeah. She'll be on the show next week. I'll make sure to mention that to her.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, so I'm gonna call up Kaho and call up Bumatai.
Yeah.
So you guys come and do the show, and then we're ready to go to market, and it's mid-March, and the universe turns upside down.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what about flipping it and going online with it? It's a natural. It's just a matter of putting something in there, or is it because the Kupuna go, what, online? What is that?
That's I think a combination of both. But interestingly enough, I told the crew, listen, we're not going to raise any show during pandemic, so why don't we just wait until the fall? Ironically, 2 months later, the census comes calling, and that's Brother John Ayeto them, and he says, brother, we don't need Kupuna Power tips, because I wanted to raise the brand Kupuna Power.
Yeah.
So we did some 30-second tips that we could sell and introduce the brand, and then in the fall we'll come back with the show.
Yeah.
But Johnny said, listen, no, we got beautiful 30-second commercials. The census commercials are beautiful, right?
Yeah.
He says, we want to buy your show. I said, well, that's a good problem. Okay. And he said, we got to do this in June. I know it's mid-May, but we got to do it in June, because our appropriation is going to end at the end of September.
Yeah, so tough problem to have.
It's a good problem to have. So we went to bed. We went to work. We came out with a couple of shows, and Andy, I got to bring you back on Kupuna Power, because it happened today. Yeah. Some of the files we got that we did together were corrupt, unfortunately, and so I got to call you back to do a second round.
Hey, with bells on, bruh, and believe me, I've been there. It happened to me. I was interviewing Colleen Hanabusa, right? Oh. Yeah, exactly. And when she was running for Congress, right? And we drove around Waianae, went to her old house, did an hour of shooting, got home, corrupted file. It's the kind, and you got to make a call. Colleen. So believe me,
right,
I'm there, no problem.
That's what it is. So this is kind of like the re-ask. Yeah, so what we've done is the first show was with Kahoano.
Yep.
And we had such a great time. Second show is with you. Had such a great time. And then we decided, okay, let's call a hiatus. And then census comes calling in May. And then second call I get is from the Office of Elections, because we're all voting by mail these days.
Yeah.
And so the vast majority of calls of inquiry that they got about this new process came from Kupuna.
Yeah.
Right? Because Kupuna want to go down, they want to do the thing, and they want to, obviously, the hands-on.
Yeah.
And so, corruption is a problem in many things. I was reading this one of the. I guess that's one of your viewers. Is that how you do it? You
Well-
guys come up and they talk with you during
Oh,
the
no.
show.
Yeah, well, exactly. No, there's a whole chat thing, and then I mean, bro, if you want to see the chat, hold on here. I got something special for you. But here's the question I'd like for you to kind of put in your head here before I push this button here, right? Okay, so this is you, right? Now,
Yeah.
hold on. Now watch this on your left, right? You're gonna see chat coming up, right? Now I can take people who are saying things like that one there says that, haha, Andre, you see, I can put that there. But as people are chatting, it'll come up on the other side. So if anyone has a question for Senator, see, I don't, can you see it on the screen there? There's
Oh yeah,
Taz,
yeah,
Aloha.
yeah. Nice,
See,
nice.
so people can do stuff. So if anyone has a question, please. But the question I wanted to ask, you talked about Kupuna being more susceptible to scammers because they tend to be more trusting. And, you know,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Besides that, what are some of the other problems?
Well, I think a lot of it is that Kupuna don't know all of the resources available to them from the federal, state, and municipal governments. Okay?
Okay.
And if they knew, because it's hard enough to navigate like Medicaid, Medicare, and so what we found out was that we needed a platform that provided, the vast majority of seniors. Not, I mean, listen, this is the same thing. We're not doing anything different from what other great people are doing, except we're just putting it in a different package, and hopefully we got a wider audience and we can help everybody. Because, you got the great people on every different level, like in the bureaucracy. In the state, you have your executive office on aging. Then you got on the municipality level, the county levels, elderly affairs. Then you got your advocacy groups like AARP. You got the Kokua Council. You got the Meals on Wheels. You got the food banks, and that sort of thing. And then, and aloha to everybody who's chiming in over here. And then you got your faith-based organizations. You got, and there's so much everybody has to offer. But where is the central resource area? And hopefully Kupuna Power will be one of those with a very vibrant resource platform. Like we have now, wearekupuna.com, and you can go to that and you can find a lot of good resources. And there's such a huge landscape of resource that we try and keep it as manageable as possible. Andy, you know what I want to try and do?
What's that?
Can I do something?
What's that?
I want to, my daughter is in Vegas.
Yeah.
Can she catch this show in Vegas?
Oh, it's worldwide.
Okay.
Just go.
Can I give her a call and we
sure.
can talk her on? How do you do that?
No, just tell her to go to Facebook and go to Facebook, Andy Bumatai on Facebook, and it's being broadcast live.
Okay, Kavehi. Okay, so I'm going to call you Uncle Andy. Okay,
Yeah, that's
Uncle
all right.
Andy. Okay, so this is Kavehi, my daughter. She's in Las
Hi,
Vegas.
Kavehi. She can probably hear me. Kavehi, you go to Facebook and search Andy Bumatai, and it's facebook.com/Andy Bumatai, and you should see the show on live. Are you on Facebook?
Can you do that, Kavehi?
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me go there.
Yeah. Kavehi's a pretty techie. I mean, Andy, you and Kavehi would probably have a better conversation about tech
That's why.
than you and I.
That's
right?
why I just tried to cut you out of the middle there. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah. No, I got that. So she's probably going to jump on, then she'll let us know. But I wanted to, ask you to.
But another one of the questions, other than, what seniors are concerned about, mostly besides scamming, I'm guessing, Brick, that the Kupunas as a voting bloc have to be pretty powerful.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you on, Kavehi? Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay, she's on. Las
You know what I'm
Vegas is
saying?
in-house. Okay, so what is that again?
No, I was saying, as a voting bloc, how powerful are the Kupuna?
Oh, well, in terms of political muscularity,
Yeah.
if the Kupuna organizes well enough, they are probably the most potent bloc we have because they're the most committed to the process.
Wow.
So, and that's part of what Kupuna Power is. See, Kupuna Power is exercising the franchise of voting. We're not telling anybody who to vote for. We just are encouraging people to vote, whoever you might decide. Because listen, it's in your heart. I mean, you got to own up to your own decisions here. We're not going to make your decision for you. Hey, Keone Nunes. All right.
By the way, he's in Thailand right now.
Nah.
That's coming
What's
in from
he doing?
Thailand.
He's doing tattoos over there.
Well, right now he's quarantined, but he will after after he does that isolation period. But he just moved there. Yeah, I interviewed him a while ago, and he's in Thailand. We have people from all over. In fact, hey folks, say hi to Brick and just say hi, Brick, and excuse me, Senator, and let them know where you're coming in from, and you'll blow your mind. Some of the people that we, in fact, this is Brian. He's from Canada, right? Vote. Look at that. Voting is the way to use your voice. Yeah, and here's
that's right.
Here's Keone again. He's saying, he has one more day. Look, and then he's free. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That guy is a treasure, man.
Right there. See here, look, there's Virginia, right? Here's Boston, right? Here's Oahu, right there. Oops. Here's Colorado, right? And then here's Seattle. Right there, right? And here's Oakland, California. That's Andre. Hey, hi, Brick. I'm from Waikiki, all the way from Waikiki. Here's Iowa. Check it out, bro. You see what I'm saying? When, and it's funny when you do a TV show, you're thinking, oh, man, I reached the whole state. Man, online like this. Here's a Kamuela man. He's from Kamuela, right? And here's, hey, how's your Brickwood from Concord, California. Here's Minnesota, right? Southern California, bro. In Florida, bro. We could go on and on. You know? Yeah, but.
Well, and look, Kaveh just got on. Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, where's she at? Which one's she?
Kaveh from Kaveh. Go ahead and do it again.
Well, but, I can't. What's her name? I want to see.
Kaveh Galuteria.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Galuteria. Yeah.
Tell her, hey, post again, Kaveh. We want to see you.
Yeah.
Because the chat, look at the chat on the side, Brick. I mean, it's going, it goes crazy, right?
I'm watching, and I'm hoping, Andy, everybody votes, right? You know what's been really interesting is, we've been connecting. Just Kupuna Power has been an incredibly powerful platform these days that we never saw coming. Right, so in May, we get a call from the Office of Elections because they wanted us to partner with them, right? So we partner with them, Kupuna Power, Office of Elections, because of the calls that were, because of the calls from the Kupuna. And then I'm talking to Scott Nago, who's the office elections officer, and it's election night.
Yeah.
And we're really, and it was a historic night. The numbers went up dramatically, and thank you for that, Hawaii. And everybody, wherever you are, make sure you vote. And then I asked him, hey, listen, besides the Kupuna, what is the next demographic you think you're really interested in touching?
Yeah.
He says, the millennials.
Yeah.
The millennials. But that's an interesting bunch. So we're trying to we're trying to figure out how to reach them. So come just the way the universe is working, things like dropping into the lap.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to this one gal, and she tells me, "Have you ever heard of this group called Pono for the People?" I go, no, haven't heard of them. She puts me in touch with these two very, talented gals
Yeah.
who are millennials, and they realize that their particular generation is deficient in their voting. So they put together this initiative called Pono for the People, and it basically tries to gin up their generation's vote.
Yeah.
And it's been a really interesting conversations I've had with them, because, like, you know, we're in our 60s.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about this generation that's like 25 to 35.
Yeah.
And, you know, basically that's almost like our children, or maybe even our older grandchildren. And
Well,
I'm having these conversations with them.
Well, that's
And
the,
I'm saying, huh?
no, I was going to say that's the thing. You know, the baby boomers. You know what I mean? All of a sudden now we are part of that senior block. The only reason I'm not cutting to me right now. I don't want to lose the chat on the side. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, that senior block, we just all entered it, right? So we're even. And my daughter is the millennial age, right? And her and all her friends are actually getting more involved. Now we won't. You know, we don't really talk specific politics here, but guess what? They're all going, this year we will vote. In fact, I don't know if you saw V here. She says, I will crawl across broken glass to vote this year. You know?
Good. That's good. And all you got to, I mean, your mailbox is your ballot box.
Yeah.
I mean, so as long as you walk out to your mailbox, you can vote. That's how simple it is these days. But, you know, I mean, you're talking about a history, and you're talking about people perceive this process as being flawed, and this and that, and this and that, and nothing's perfect in this world. But I think that this is, you know, don't lose your franchise. Yeah. Again, we're not telling you who to vote for. We're just telling you, hey, how's about voting? And we're making it as easy as possible. Mm-hmm. So I'm talking to the millennials, right? And it's so interesting. I said, okay, listen, what is the deal? You got so much apathy or maybe disinterest, and does it have something to do with the instant gratification generation or what, right? And I'm trying to marry the rotary phone to the iPhone.
Good luck.
So they tell me, well, you know, sometimes, well. They gave me this one instance, maybe, that a lot of them took to the Sanders campaign, the progressive guys, you know, and you got your conservatives, you got your moderates, you got your progressives, but then when Sanders didn't prevail,
yeah,
they felt as if the system was rigged.
Yeah.
I said, you gotta be kidding. Well, I mean,
but
just because you don't win one time, you're going to take your ball and you're going home?
Yeah.
This is where you stand up, dust yourself off, and get back into the game.
Yeah.
But that's what the deal is.
But
right?
You know what? My son is of that school of thought right there. Him and his friends, and I sat them all down one time. They're all about 31 now, right? 30 years old. My daughter's 28, and I said, "Listen, what is it about you guys not voting?" And they said, "It doesn't matter. What we do doesn't matter." Now, I don't know that that's their fault so much. I think half of it is what's going on that makes them feel that way. Don't you agree?
I'd agree. You know, there's it's an interesting time. I mean, this is low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
And not everybody is going to be an elected official.
Yeah.
You know, like in our government, there's 25 senators, there's 51 representatives, 76. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, you know, we affectionately call it 76 trombones.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Jugi Heen taught me that. Remember?
Okay,
him?
there you go.
Yeah.
And so not everybody can get into that Thunderdome, but there's also other ways by which to impact policy. Yeah. And everything that happens in our lives, in some way, shape, or form, is tied back to that square building over there.
Yeah.
Whether
let
it
me-
has to do with Kupuna scams, whether it has
Yeah.
to do with empowerment, I mean,
But let me stop you for a second here because one of our viewers here said, "Oh, this is one of the calls because here we don't talk political, medical, or cynical, right?" And Miles, this is different in that we're not talking about any particular political party, or okay, this is about getting involved in the process in general, okay? Unlike when I had Augie on, right? I mean, it was just all I could do to go, "Brah," you know what I mean?
did he
But-
bring his sign? Did he bring his sign on? Was he waving his sign?
No, what he did is he pretended he didn't know he was on live, and he walked by a Trump sign twice. I know, exactly. And I was like, "Bruh, come on." As media savvy as he is. And I said to him when I caught him, I said, "If you had walked in front of a Biden sign, I would be saying the same thing." What we are saying here, Miles, and and to anyone else who's saying, "I thought we don't talk politics," and Brick and I spoke about this beforehand. This is about getting involved in the process, not for any particular one. Just get involved, make your voice heard.
Yeah, well, Andy, maybe we can end the political discussion because you and I got a lot of history.
Yeah.
But, the one thing that I could finish off with is no vote, no grumble.
Right. Exactly.
That's about it. So, I mean, the end on that political side if you want. I mean, up to you.
Yeah, but we can talk about how now that you're back in show business, if you will, how different a transition was that? I mean, I know the transition from show business to politics is interesting. What was it like coming back?
Well, when people say, "Well, you're a musician, and then on-air radio personality,
Yep.
you had a TV cooking show, actor, and then you went into politics." Oh my gosh, here we go, like from musician to senator. And I said, wait a minute, lateral moves, all lateral moves. The musician, in my opinion, is just as impactful as a senator, And so it was an easy transition, if you will, back into the business of the show.
I see. Right.
For me, that's how it worked. I mean, everybody's important to me. So,
Yeah.
But thank you for asking. I really appreciate that.
Well, when you look at the impact some entertainers have as compared to some of the impact senators have, there's no comparison. Israel compared to most of the people in the Senate, if you had to go by TVQ, there's no comparison.
And that's really interesting because when I was back, I'm sorry to go back to that conversation I had with the millennials, but they were saying that one of the reasons that the entertainers in their generation don't get politically involved is because they'll lose viewers on their platforms.
On their social platforms, exactly.
On their social platforms. So that takes them out of the game. So whatever way you get in, whatever way you don't get in, just consider it. But, if I don't know, how long is this show anyway? How long do you...
It's my show and it's as long as we make it. Well, I used to do 2 hours. Now we take it to about 5, but we'll talk till, and then I throw some other stuff on and we just go till we get tired and whatever,
Well, I gotta, there's, who interviews you?
Don't go there. Don't go there. And I wanted to ask, that's one of my questions for you, Brick. Okay. When you're used to being the interviewer, and I know you have a whole show now doing that, is it difficult to be interviewed?
No, not really. We're just talking story.
Yeah.
We're covering what we would cover without the cameras being there, I think. Right? Like, I mean, well, okay, so let me just say this. Bumatai is one of the funniest guys. We kind of cut our teeth in the business together a long time ago. Yeah. I was a utilitarian in the house band. Yeah. And I remember, you were coming up, and we all, every one of us, and you can't deny this, Bumatai, we all wanted to be Don Ho.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll raise my hand on that one. Oh,
Yeah, we all wanted to be. We all wanted to be the old man. We wanted to follow his lead.
Yeah.
And some of us did low things. Most of us did because of that. But I mean, guys like you prevailed in the business, and I'll never forget the night. Okay, so we were at. I remember you talking about one time. You talking about Don. In fact, it was on the special, the recent special, where you were walking down a beach, or he was walking down a beach, and this and that, right?
Yeah.
And okay, so here we are. You had been moving up. I think your showroom. You were at the Outrigger or wherever you were.
Yeah.
Okay. And then one night, I was in Marlene's band at the Royal.
Yeah.
Okay. We had been there for like 3 years.
Yeah.
The big Monarch room. Now this is the showcase showroom.
Yeah. I worked it for a year and a half.
Oh.
Remember that was where I ran in. When Don was always walking by to his show on the beach.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
where that story came from. Yeah.
So this is my story.
Yeah.
So my story is, we're about to start the show, and we see Bumatai and Kimo McVeigh sitting in the front row or close to that ramp. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, they wouldn't be coming here to see Goofy.
Yeah.
No can. And so I was watching you guys throughout the whole show, Andy.
Yeah.
You never really watched the show. You were looking at the lighting system. You were listening to the sound system.
Yeah.
You were checking out the rooms. And you know what? About when our contract ended,
Yeah. Guess what?
guess who was in the showroom after that?
Yeah. Well, you always you gotta, and and I tell you, Brick, you got the same thing, right? Guys like us, I believe, survived, and I've said this to many of the guests I've interviewed, because we know how to reinvent ourselves. I mean, if anyone said, "Oh wow, how's the musician ship going?" A little slow. I think I'll be a senator.
Yeah.
I mean, that's oversimplified, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Well, music for the 10 years that I was in the Senate, music always played a therapeutic role.
Yeah.
And it still does. We'd have some mean jam sessions over there at the Senate. People didn't know, but I'd call in guys like Benny Chong, ask him to come. He might call Annie Young, and whomever, and we just like have some great sessions, and it was so therapeutic for not only myself but some of the other senators who stopped by. Mike Gabbert's a good musician too, and Russell Ruderman from Puna.
But
and
talk about working together and learning how to pass the baton back and forth. What better than to play music together?
Yeah, because there is a skill set to what the politics are. And politics is, I was telling some of these young people who really want to get involved civically, what is their definition of politics? And it's for me, and Clayton, he and I would often sit down and talk about politics is the art of the possible. How you can make things a reality to improve the quality of life for everyone. Now, having said that, there's different ways of how people go about that sort of work, but it is a skill set. So music, after a hard day at the office, man, you gotta relax, and music was how a lot of us did that. And so it never really left, actually. So I'm really glad to be back in the scene. I never really left the scene, but in some of these Kupuna Power shows, like Danny Kalekini, right? Kaniela.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so, he comes onto Kupuna Power, and he's always good for a song. So I got my guitar ready, right close by. And so I said, ladies and gentlemen, we want to introduce the legendary Danny Kalekini. And he goes into the doxology,
The what?
Oko aloha no. I'm going, wow. What just happened there? Right? But
Yeah.
it was, I mean, that is when you arrive at these special moments, you got, and like, bro, you gotta like embrace them,
Yeah.
you know.
But you know
I
what? I try to imagine, if people say, oh, well, music isn't politics, or, food isn't politics. I go, oh, really? Try to imagine a political function without music and food. Nobody would show up.
That's right. And you know what? Sometimes politics ain't got anything to do with it. They're probably hungry or they want to listen to music. So
Exactly.
it's all good. But music, I think, is, like Louis says, is the best medicine.
Yeah.
It just cuts all ideological, boundaries.
Right.
And so
here's a question, Brick. How's the chops?
well, you gotta play.
He's looking for his
must be
guitar. I
present
can tell.
What is that?
I said I saw you looking around for your guitar.
I got my guitar in the other room.
Okay.
But I can wait, hold on. Hey, Sean.
Go get it, bud. You don't have to be on camera. I'll hold down the fort until you get.
Yeah, let me
until
go
you get
grab
back.
him then.
Yeah, go get him. We'd
grab
love to hear you play something. That'd be great, bro.
Well, I don't know if. Yeah, let me go grab him. I'll be right back.
Yeah, and
Just
we can
have
tell
him available.
we can tell you were a professional because you're wearing pants. Oh man, yeah. Again, guys, what we're doing here is, talking to an old friend, and is he back? No, he's not back yet. Yeah,
Wait, I'll be right back.
Oh yeah. Take your time, bro. Take your time. We'll talk among ourselves. Okay, let me try to bring. Wait, what heck? Wait, hold on. Dude. Yeah.
And this is great, man.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad you.
Yeah,
think so.
this is terrific how you did. And you did this from scratch, right? I mean, you.
Yeah. Well, let me.
Put this whole thing together.
I'll tell you the story. What happened was I was doing a produced show, recording it, editing it, and doing all this stuff, right? And then what happened was one day I said, maybe I'll try going live. I hit the button and accidentally went on live. So I did it the next day and the next day and the next day, and today is day 127 in a row.
Wow.
Of going live, and special thanks to what we call the Hamajang gang, all the people that you see chatting and stuff, because they're the ones that support this the most. I mean, without them, everyone says, "Oh man, you got your own show." I said, "No, man, I'm the JPO. The Hamajang gang is the star."
Yeah, apparently you got. I mean, this is a worldwide audience. It's pretty impressive.
Pretty
Not pretty. It's great.
Yeah, and we get Germany, Japan. I mean, it's all over. Philippines. They're coming in from all over. Now I'm gonna put. I don't know if you can see this chat message here, right? But I'm putting this on so the people can talk and you can see stuff. And then here, look at this. Hey, look. Oh wow. Well, here's Keone. Ooh. I'll get a Kamaka concert for you if you can.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Paul Bryant. My gosh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Oh boy.
Yeah. So what kind of music are you playing primarily now? Or because I know you were doing that smooth jazz stuff. That was so beautiful.
Still, I come from a pretty. Well, it's in the DNA. One of my uncles, in fact, my mother's older brother was a gentleman named Richard Cowhey.
Oh, of course.
And so he was a quintessential Hawaiian jazz musician. And back in the, he was,
Look at
he
this.
didn't graduate from high school. He left Kaimaki, but he continued his studies at Punahou.
Wow.
In music. And so he became a very accomplished piano, virtuoso. Wow. And for those who know Richard Cowhey, his it's almost timeless.
Yeah.
I mean, his music is timeless. and often imitated, never duplicated, or whatever it is that you say.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. So he's always been my my mentor. It used to be unreal when he used to come over to our house and play. And I recall my mom had bought this baby grand piano from Gabe Baltazar's sister lived next to us. So you remember, Dave Choi and the Baltazar family, Gabe Baltazar.
Yeah, sure. I opened for him.
Okay, so Gabe's sister lived, and her family, the Choi family, lived next to us, and that's where Dan Choi, Dave Choi, and they always would have their horns out on Saturday mornings. You'd hear da 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 da, from next door.
Okay. So
my mom wanted my brother to learn the piano, so she bought their baby grand. So brought it over, and then my uncle was back from L.A. and she called him Kusa. That was his name. Kusa, come try our piano, because this is for Scotty. So he comes, he does this whole concert. Wow. This whole concert. And we're just sitting there, and I don't know better. This is just what we live with, right? Yeah. And she goes, "Oh, great! This is beautiful, beautiful music. How you like the piano?" He goes, "Oh, will you tune this guy?" He does this whole thing, and he says, "Tune the piano, damn it." Anyway, you want to hear something?
Yeah.
You there, Andy?
Yeah, yeah, go for it, man. This is the internet, bro.
This is a song called Mohala Puno E that I wrote while sitting in. So I was serving as majority leader of the Senate, and so the corner office. You get the corner office. So I was staring at Lili'u Kalani at the Iolani Palace. And so I wrote this song called Mohala Pono E, which means to grow Mohala in righteousness. Pono.
Yeah. A great day for it today.
Hawaii pono I makualani e Hawaii loa e ke ea Hawaii ne. Can you hear?
Yes.
E o e a e kula iwi ne. We all right?
Yeah.
It goes on.
Yeah. And can you do me a favor and play a little of that smooth jazz riffing that that you did on my TV show when you came on, and you just kind of I think it was a riff, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that stuff.
Let's see what we got here. I've got to pull them out of the hat here.
We have to just be a little bit careful about the copyrighted music, so don't play any recognizable songs. But what I loved about what you did that night was you just got up with Richard Nato and just started jamming.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that kind of that tritone sub weird stuff. I love that, man.
Something like that?
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. And and again, I want to thank you in public, for for that. You know, when I was in the hospital that time, and you and your band raised that money for me. Do you remember that? I mean, I mean, I was laying there going, "Oh man, tubes coming out of everywhere," you know. And my wife comes in and says, "You know, Brickwood and some guys raised some money for you," and you know, and I went, "Oh man!" But so anyway, publicly, thank you so much for that. And I owe you one if you ever want to raise money for somebody else. I've basically given up stand up, but you know, I'll show up with my camera and we can maybe do something live.
That was a really good. That was a, you know, we enjoyed doing that. As a matter of fact, it is. You know, we got together. There's a bunch of older musicians, all utilitarians, you know, and we used to like play music at the old Oasis.
Yeah.
One of the places, right?
Yo,
Oasis, Pico Lounge, and these other places.
Man.
But we found ourselves together
Yeah.
after so many years, and we were having breakfast, and we were talking about all of our friends who have been medically compromised in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And we developed what we call the Kuleana Breakfast Club.
Oh.
And we ended up having, helping like yourself, Andy.
Yeah.
We ended up like 18 friends,
Wow.
which included guys like Kevin Kalauli, Willie Kay, Stephen Hall,
Yeah.
and the list goes on. But yeah, so you know, because we haven't been able to be together, we just call each other up or we Zoom or.
That's great.
But it's people helping people, musicians helping musicians, friends helping friends.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about. So
Gotcha.
thank you for thanking us. I mean, we really appreciate that. We didn't expect it. So
Well, I got
Thank
to
you.
tell you, it meant a lot to me back to then, and you know, you can't, you know, it's
so you
hard
beat
to,
that thing, huh?
I'm
You
sorry?
beat that thing.
Say it again.
You beat that.
Yeah.
that,
Well, you know, it's been I'm out of treatment for the last 3 years, and looks good so far. You know, the vocal cords took a hit. You know, so you know, but like I always say, there's worse things. You know what I mean? But again, I wanted to just kind of make sure before we ended that I thanked you for that, man. And you know what? I'm 20 minutes longer than I said I'd keep you on, so I want to thank you so much, Brick. Is there anything you want to wind up saying? Anything you want to pimp out? Anything, you know? I mean, I know you got the Kupuna Power show. When can we expect that back on the air?
Yeah, we're gonna. We actually have it on Tuesdays on K5 at 7:00 p.m. Sundays on KHNL at 12 noon. Unless, of course, you know you get preempted, as you well know, by the networks if something is cooking. So on the Sunday show, sometimes we move it.
Yep.
But we're going to be going. We're into this. We're now finished up our second season, the first 13 shows, and then now we're going to give our production crew a little pause, and you know we'll start into encore presentations is what they call it these days, and so we're going to do that for a few more weeks, maybe a month, and then come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
People are
So
starting
thanks a
to
lot for that, man.
People are starting to say thank you. I don't know if I'm hoping you can read these here. Very enjoyable talk story session. Mahalo, Andy and Senator. You know,
thanks.
so you know, hey, much aloha, Brick. Thank you, and Andy for having him on. Whoo, Brick loves the Kupuna. Here's the
oh,
other
Brian.
things.
Yeah.
Here's Brian
Yeah.
again from Canada. Mahalo, Senator. You know, and for all you're doing for the Kupuna too, also. So
Yeah. Thank you, Andy.
Hey,
Mahalo plenty.
thank
And
you,
keep
brother.
up the
and
good
thank
work.
you for being on. All right,
Okay,
we'll
brother.
talk later.
Talk later.
Okay.
Okay.
Mahalo, bro. Aloha.
Aloha.
There you go, gang. Whew. Let me see if I can find my my camera again here. Boom, boom. Well, come on. Let me back in. I'm in. Wow. So glad we got the choking fixed before we brought Brick on there. And again, you know, I know we don't talk politics, but I hope that was kind of split in the middle there without, you know, getting into, you know, talking about anybody specific, you know. And again, vote, get involved, and like Brick said, if you don't vote, you don't grumble. There, Andy, you can get the best guess. Oh, thank you. Let's. I want to go back to that one, this one here, and see if we can get the the chat thing going again. You know what though? Let's take a little break first. What am I doing here? I forgot about the four turtles. It's almost 5 o'clock. Let's take a little break. Then we'll come back and geek out a little bit for those of you who feel like hanging out. Okay. So, but let me. You go. Oh, okay, now wake up. And yeah, I gotta acknowledge, but you know what? Let me go back to here because I want to test this to see if I bring up a oh, where is it? Oh, where's my chat? Oh no. Hold on here. I gotta do this. Okay, we're gonna put this over here and this over here and this here and that right there. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, boom. Is that right? No, that's not. Oh, yeah, there it is. Come on. Okay, there. See, what I want to do is acknowledge some super chats here that came in while we were doing that. So, hey, mahalo Guchkawa. Thank you, brother. Right there, mahalo. And then I think some other ones came in. I'm moving forward. Hopefully you can. Oh, yeah, Frogma Bunny. Mahalo, Frogma Bunny, right there. Thank you. Mahalo for another great interview. Brooklyn Mama about bedtime for me. Good night. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you didn't go to sleep before you saw that. Okay. And then, and here's one from Andre. Mahalo, Andre, for the, for the mana amount right there. 808. Thanks, you my God. So, anyway, so this is the new chat thing. This is the first day we're doing it. You know, look, so I can still say, Louise, mahalo. Who is that? Why Manalo? No, that was I can't remember, but I think it was like Wahiwa side. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I forget. I shot a few. Yeah, I just discovered a few weeks ago. This is my new happy place. Oh, thank you. Yeah, dude, had an apple crisp and made with vanilla ice cream. Mean, Steven. Ice cream Wednesday. Yep. Yeah. No need another black hat session today. Yeah, Rix, it looks like I kind of got it wired here, and this is really what I want to be able to do, because you know, I always feel small kind of guilty when I miss chats, because you know people like to see their stuff up. Hey, Kamaka, how you, brother? And I have my Jang gang. Hey, Kamaka, how you like my new setup here? You know, so this is all the chat from both YouTube and Facebook. So if you're on the Facebook side, you know, you'll see your name come up on the side there, so I don't miss anybody. Hey, Michi Mama, thanks, Ooh, look at you. Mahalo. Ooh, almost forgot. Oh, thanks, Mahalo, everybody. That's from Bell 250 right there. Okay. Let's see what else. I'm racing, trying to get, hey, about to fit, watching from Ohio. Ooh, how's it? Thanks, Ooh, spiffy, brah. Right there, Kamaka. Yeah, trying to, you know, see what again, you can see the icons, right? Like, you know, Louise and Nancy they're and Ku'u Aloha, they're from the Facebook side, but then Brian is from the YouTube side, and it changes. And when you watch the show, each person can see what the other people, so Facebook can talk to YouTube. How's that? I know, of course, I couldn't fit, you know, 12 people like you do on your On the Porch Zoom show, but you know. Oh, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Mahalo. Yeah, and I think he did a good job. You know, when you try to do music over the internet, sometimes, you know, because of the weirdness and you know, it sounds out of tune when it's not and stuff. You know, when Steven Espanola was on the other day, you know, everybody's going, hey, the mix. Well, there is no mix. There's only one mic, and you know. Oh, speaking of which, on what is this, September 11th, we're gonna have Steven back on. He got so many requests for him to do more music stuff. Mahalo, nani, aloha, thanks, yeah, we had got so much requests for him to play more music. He went and he's gonna do a different mic setup so that it sounds better and stuff, and he's gonna do more ukulele centric stuff, talk about techniques, play songs, and do more music stuff. So we're gonna try that on September 11th. And of course, like I said, we got you know, Jerry Lopez, Melvin Lead. We have, I think tomorrow is Tegan and Keola P. are coming on. Yeah, I know. So, somebody posted somewhere. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But there we do. Oh, Scott, what you jealous about? That it's Ice Cream Wednesday and you never have ice cream? Is that what's up? Huh? Thanks, Nani. Aloha. Yeah, that was beautiful today. Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh, nice. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Keone. Funny how everybody know Keone. You know that? Andy, is that for your next Porsche? Pff, no, my Porsche days are long gone. I have a truck and I'm happy with it. I'm not being facetious, Right now, what I want is for this show to be better and do more technological stuff that will help this show be better. That's what I like, right? But we also have, I'm just kind of working from memory here, sorry, but we have Kehao Baisho all the way from Australia. She's a local comedian. She's over there. We have Vance Morimoto. In fact, he sent me some new songs. I'll play those tomorrow. Let's see who else. Oh, and we have Lono booked. So it will be Jerry Lopez, Melvin, is Lono following that one? I don't know. But in that same week, it will be Lono. So that'll be a strong week. Yeah. Okay. This show is really cutting edge. I'm excited to be part of it. You are part of it, and the whole Hamajang gang. Again, when I mentioned it earlier, I was dead serious. This is about without the chat. That's why it's so important for me to do this kind of stuff so we can see the names. To me, it's like, the credits at the end of a movie. I mean, these are the people that make the show, right? I know. This is incredible. We all need this. Yeah, well, you help build it, Louise. If you were here, and and all the people when I'm doing Black Hat session, bro, you gotta make the background, more easy for Reed and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, right there, right. And listen, it's still coming together, Hamajang, but so much good new stuff without messing with the foundations. Oh, you know what? I could see without here. Then now you're over there, so. I still see you. That's how. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Looking forward to the Young Bloods. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm really looking for that too. Okay, hey, sounds good, Nancy. Play some blackjack for me. Uh-oh, somebody in Vegas. That's right. Andy, I super chat toward you next Porsche. Oh, naughty. No, it's, well, you may get a refund because before I spend money on a $150,000 car that sits in the driveway, because I can't drive it, I would rather spend it on rebuilding this studio, making it cooler and doing more geeky stuff like this. I got some more stuff in my brain too coming up, so hang on. Okay. Hey, mahalo for doing this for us, Andy. Oh, and the Dolphins doing it for Andy for doing this for us Dolphins. Oh, maybe that should be our salute. Yeah. Hey, how's it? They go, what is that? It's the dolphin. How's the truck doing? Oh, Gooch sitting out there. Every once in a while I gotta shoot it with the hose because the flowers end up on the hood. I mean, the pollen or whatever it is. But that's all it is. Okay. It is Kevlar P tomorrow? Or Keola P. I think it's tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta check. I don't know till, I don't know if that's a good habit or a bad habit. I concentrate on what I'm doing like right now and I try not to think too much of each side, right? Yeah, yep, Pidgin Dolphins. Mahalo, Andy from Wyoming. Oh, you're very welcome, Bonnie V. Maka. Let me see if how long it takes for you to show up over there on the side. Doot, Rick Kawamoto. Oh, no, I guess you already went. Bye. Victor, Aloha, Majango, Hana. Well, there's Danny. Look, see. I just love this. Oh my God, that is perfect. Salute. Releasing the dolphins. Yeah. So when you see somebody, hey, how's that? Hey, hello. It's unique too, huh? How's that? Yeah, hello, brother. No touching, because, dolphins don't do that. They just go and then they go away. Oh, hey, well, Big Squirrel Nuts, how you, man? I tell you, Big Squirrel Nuts, when I was setting this whole thing up, I was thinking, I wonder how brother is going to be on his phone with all this, this visual cacophony going on, right? But, can. And just stick one Porsche elbow. Yeah, that's like driving a fake Rolex. I would never do that. I get old truck, and I'm proud of it. Yeah, that's how right there. Yeah, agreed, Mad Statter. Thanks, Akione. And you always show that the internet can be all positive. Yeah, Vance, Miyamoto, when, he helps me, he says, you have the nicest chat on the internet. In fact, I'm working on getting on Twitch, right? Because I can restream on Twitch. That's the next thing I'm working on. And I'm worried because over there get plenty trolls, and I don't know how to moderate that, but I'm looking into it. I signed up. No, I did not. I looked into it. Okay. Hey, Keone, it's been my happy place, something to look forward to. Yeah, Curtis, and it's funny. Hey, Steven, right there. Steven, looks good on the phone. Oh, okay, Steven. Right on. I mentioned that on September 11th, you'll be back doing your ukulele thing. Oh, $3.50 word. Cough, cough. Fanny. Oh, cacophony. Oh, cacophony. Oh, yeah, I get it. Oh, that's the choke-funny. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know me. I get the $2.98 8 words, Serious, man. I used to collect words, I'm just kind of when you're a wordsmith, that's, what you're doing. So nice to be with such cool shows, Andy. Mahalo. And when this part here that we're doing, like right now, this is how it started. Remember? We started, I think we would just talk. We didn't have anything else, Okay, Scott. Aloha. Thanks, Seth, for dropping by. Yeah. Ooh. You so right, Brian. Dolphin action, right? Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Was this? Yeah, you so right. Oh, here's Jason. Hey, this is Jason Ito. He's in high school. We were talking during the Black Hat session, and he goes, yeah, when, in school. And I went, oh, what school are you going to? And he goes, oh, I'm in high school. I went, huh? No, we're not going to do the holo. We're already over 10 minutes. I mean, I guess but I want to play with this chat, Big Squirrel. That's Kevin, if you don't mind. I want to see if it chokes. And again, yes, you remember that, V? We just hey, what's happening? And it was just me putting one chat like this up at a time, and now, right? So there we go. Yeah, I love the Hammer Jang Hang. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Kevin. But I get up early. I'm already starting to burn out. You can probably hear it in my voice a little bit. Yeah. But I had to get this working. Had to. It's just one of those things. I know. It's a curse. But looks cool. Oh, wait. You've been working on this the last few days, and it's all working out. I know. That's you gotta, you gotta see, you gotta visualize it. I'm going, this is what I want. And then when I'm doing it and I'm full screen and people are saying, oh, you can't read it, oh, it's blocking the screen and all that stuff. And I just don't have time to go, okay, you got to see how I see it in my mind. A square box, right, with the chat on the side. So when I bring up, stuff, they're in the bottom like this. So it looks kind of aesthetically pleasing, The chat is perfect. Even for me, it doesn't overwhelm me by flying by. Yeah, I know. And it's 3 platforms, Lee. Can you believe that? I know. It's like, wow. Okay, guys, you know what? I'm going to play the song. And because I haven't been playing it, I apologize for that. You know, some people have been going, hey, what? You're not going to play the song. And I just space it out. I forget, you know. Okay. Okay, night gang, night Andy. Okay. And what's Pulani saying here? Andy, no matter how overtime we go, please play the closing song. I need to sing with Vance. Okay. Okay, then we're gonna oh, nice to see that Facebook is integrated. Yeah, it took me a while, but you know, Asa, why not? We don't give up. Okay, let me let me try it from here. Let me just try it from here, okay? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Play the song. We'll come back. We say good night. You know how it goes. 7, 6, 5.
Hey, how's it and welcome to the Daily Pidgin Show. It's the place to be to let the pigeon flow. The Daily Pidgin Show with Andy Bumatay. Mahalo nui loa to you for stopping by.
All right, gang. Thank you so much for watching. Mahalo to Senator Brickwood Galuteria. And I'll spockanize you tomorrow.